In this section of the exhibition, which pays homage in two ways to two different things. Firstly, it's a wall of painting, because painting is still very much alive. But it's also through the eyes of different cultures. So Karen Preller, for example, depicts from the old photographs of the 60s and 70s, Wanderers Cricket Club, where a family would go for fancy dinners. Of course, there were fancy dinners, but they were very much whites-only kind of dinners. And that kind of has a sense of nostalgia, but it's also got a sense of discomfort in it, partially through the cropping of the photograph and the kind of out-of-focusedness that comes into the work. Alongside that, you've got Jaco van Schalkwyk's work. He grew up in a very closed religious community, a community that has chosen not to interact with the outside world, almost like the Amish in America. So it was a chosen enclave of people who separated themselves so that they would be culturally what they wanted to be. So what Jaco's depicted in this work, and beautifully painted as well, is the prayer around the bones, die gebed om die gebeentes. And this was the once or twice a year where the whole community would come together, they would slaughter the cattle, everybody would come in, the women would help to cut the meat up, the men would be getting rid of this, so that it became part of the bigger community engagement. The link between that one with Mpumi's work over here, Mpumi Ngoma, was to look at the cultural use of flesh and meat and bone and animal within an African kind of cultural tradition. So in her case, she depicts herself as the bride making the offering of the animal head. Taking the idea of that even further, quite hectic image there, through to this hectic image here. This image depicts the notion of illness, and particularly how this large heart-like form becomes almost an intruder, almost like a large insect or animal enveloping this aged woman waiting at a hospital to be looked at. So bringing the whole kind of notion of illness and sickness and discomfort into the society as well.